नमस्ते प्रणाम गीता ध्यान ओम पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणीम्। O Bhagavad Gita, with which Lord Narayana himself gave enlightenment to Partha, the ancient sage Vyasa included it in the Mahabharata. O Goddess, showerer of the nectar-like knowledge of non-dualism contained in your 18 chapters, O my affectionate mother, the destroyer of rebirth, I meditate upon thee. Krishna Vandana. वसुदेव सुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्. Son of Vasudeva, the slayer of Kansa and Chanur, extreme delight for Mother Devaki, O Lord Krishna, the supreme teacher of the universe, my salutations to you. Srimad Bhagavad Gita, the Vishwarupa Darshana Yoga, 11th Adhyay, and we have just started hearing from Sanjay, that beautiful description of the cosmic form, of the universal form of the eternal Lord. Sanjay is so fortunate. Apart from Arjuna, Sanjay is another person who has got that divya drishti, who has got that divine sight to see what is happening at the battlefield of Kurukshetra. And sitting there in the Hastinapur, sitting near the blind king Dhritarashtra, Sanjay is watching everything what is happening on the battlefield. He is watching, he is listening to each and every word being shared and discussed between Arjuna and Sri Krishna. He is the first, the witness. Although sitting far away from that scene of action, that place of action, he is watching everything. And through his great mercy, through his great compassion, the Lord has given that divya drishti to Sanjay, with which Sanjay also can see this universal form, the Vishwarupa of the Lord. He is having that wonderful blessed darshan, such a blessed soul indeed. And he is narrating what he is saying to King Dhritarashtra. Unfortunately, on Dhritarashtra, there is no impact of listening to these words. Words of Sanjay. Sanjay has told him what wonderful sights are being shown by the Lord in that universal form. But on Dhritarashtra, there is hardly any impact. There is another third person who is also enjoying this divine vision. But he is an enlightened soul. Maharshi Vedavyasa, Devarshi Vedavyasa, the great Vyasa Muni. He is writing whatever is happening there in the present situation. And he is also a party to that universal the vision of that universal form. So these three people, Arjuna, Sanjay and Vyasa, Veda Vyasa, they are witnessing that blessed darshan of the universal form, of the cosmic form of the Lord. And they are narrating what Sanjay is narrating what he is seeing. Sanjay he has just told us in the 10th Shloka what was the form like. What does that Vishwarupa look like? Aneka vaktra nayanam, aneka adbhuta darshanam, aneka divya-mālyāmbara-dharaṁ, aneko divya-gandhānulepanam. The aneka vaktra nayanam. Hundreds, innumerable mouths and eyes I can see in that form, Sanjay is telling. Innumerable eyes, mouths and innumerable wonderful, marvelous things that I can see, which I have never seen before. Then, aneka divya-bharanam. So many numerous divine ornaments that holy figure, that eternal Lord is, wearing on his body. So many ornaments. I have never seen such ornaments here on the earth. And divyan ekodyata ayudham. Divyan ek udyata ayudham. The raised weapons I can see in all those mighty arms. Lord is holding the weapons, and not holding the weapons just in any position that they can be. It is not that the mace is held with the point down on the earth. No, it is all raised up, udyata, almost ready to strike. And such a great description Sanjay is giving of that universal form of the Lord. On Dhritarashtra there is hardly any impact. But let we listeners, after so many centuries and millennia after that Mahabharata war, after what Sanjay's vision, we are at least fortunate enough to read out these words of Sanjaya, to listen to these words of Sanjaya. Let us not become Dhritarashtras and ignore these wonderful words of Sanjaya, ignore this wonderful description of what Sanjay is seeing in this universal form of the Lord. Now what else Sanjay is seeing in the 11th Shloka we will see now. Divya-mālyāmbara-dharaṁ, divya-gandhānulepanam, sarvāśhcharya-mayaṁ devam, anantaṁ viśhvato-mukham. Divya-mālyāmbara-dharaṁ. Divya is divine. Mālyāmbara-dharaṁ. All the divine garlands. We see garlands made of gold and the flowers and all those things. But these are all divinely knitted garlands. The divine garlands and apparel, even ambara. The clothing that the Lord is wearing is so divine, is so splendorous. I am unable to define, I am unable to describe its splendor. The divine garlands, the divine apparels, the divine garments, and divya-gandhānulepanam, the kind of scent that the Lord He has put up. It is emitting such a beautiful, such a pleasant, such a divine fragrance, that scent. It is unimaginable. I have never seen that anywhere on this earth. Even that gandha, that is unique. Nothing is similar to anything that we see on this earth. The garlands, the apparel, the garments that the Lord is wearing, even the scent that He has put on, that is extremely divine. And then sarvāśhcharya-mayaṁ devam. The whole thing is so wonderful. The whole thing is so marvelous, so resplendent. Anantaṁ viśhvato-mukham. The Lord's faces are innumerable and they are looking in all the directions. It is a multi-faced Lord, and so many the faces are so many in number. Again, innumerable. Everything with the Lord is innumerable. And all these faces looking towards all the directions. So that is one unique feature that Sanjay has described to us in this 11th shloka. Wearing heavenly garlands and apparels, anointed with celestial perfumes, the fragrance of those perfumes that the Lord has put on. They are so marvelous. They are no way comparable to the fragrance of the perfumes which we put on here on the earth. What to speak then of the spectacle cognized with the divine eyes? All wonderful, resplendent, boundless, with faces on all sides. Since the Lord is representation of all the beings in this universe, it is bound to happen. One face will be like me, one face will be like you, so many faces like so many of us. And not only the human beings, all the beings, because Lord says, I am there in sarva-bhutam. I am there in all the beings in this universe. So, Lord is being represented by so many faces, so many mouths, so many eyes. And in all the directions the Lord is looking at. Panorama corresponding to this definition is available even to the physical eye. What to speak then of the spectacle that is seen by those divine eyes? We can just imagine. We can just imagine seeing the figure of the Lord with all these multitudinal facets, all these innumerable facets to his personality, to his divine form, when we can just make an imagination. Arjuna and Sanjay, when they are actually seeing the form with that divya drishti, with that divine eye, what must have been the condition of their minds? What must have been the condition of their inner beings, looking at that marvelous, magnificent, universal form of the Lord? Godly features alone are in evidence everywhere and at all levels. This entire universe is represented in that form, that one single form, which we cannot perceive through our physical eyes. For that, we need a divine vision. For that, we need a divine sight, which Lord has so graciously, out of compassion, He had granted that divine sight to Arjuna, to Sanjay. So, this is what Sanjay is saying, looking at that divine form with his divya drishti and narrating it to King Dhritarashtra about the Lord's physical appearance, millions of mouths, innumerable eyes, and the ornaments, the upraised weapons, so many weapons, and then different types of so many innumerable divine garlands adorned by the Lord. Even the perfume worn by the Lord is out of this world. That kind of fragrance, that kind of smell, nowhere can the earthly people even imagine about. And then everything is wonderful about that feature. Everything is sarvāśhcharya-mayaṁ devam. Everything, everywhere, wherever you look at that form, there is nothing but wonder and marvel. That is the beautiful form of the Lord, and with Lord's faces seeing all the sides, in all the directions Lord is facing. All those innumerable faces, they are facing all the directions in this universe, the east, west, north, south, up, down. And as if the Lord is taking care, the Lord is sustaining everything that is there in all the directions. Lord is giving birth to the universes, Lord is sustaining the universes, and then Lord is drawing back all these universes within His divine body as such from all the directions. So that was 11th shloka of the Vishwarupa Darshana, the 11th adhyay of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Sri Krishna Arpanamastu. Jai Sri Ramakrishna. Jai Thakur. Jai Ma. Jai Swami.